Good evening, everybody. This is Butch Popeye Moss with Texas Biker Radio, and it is Texas Biker Radio live Monday night, October 19th. And wow, I've probably got the world's worst cold right now. It is the top of the allergy season here in Texas, and so I will try and fight through the cold that I have now in order to bring you the commentary that I'm going to make tonight. So here we go, everybody. Here we go. And I don't see anybody in the chat room yet, but that doesn't mean anything. It may be working, it may be not, but we'll see. We'll see. And so here we go. Here we go. I did mention this afternoon a guy named Christopher Jacks, and that is these folks up here. Now, Christopher Jacks is a member of the Democratic Party. Matter of fact is he's the chairman of one of the Democratic parties in Colorado. Now, this guy, he loves Antifa. He loves talking about violence. He loves this stuff. And so he's basically telling us, what he's basically telling us is what we said earlier, is that they are ready to take over. They are ready to commit violent acts. They are ready to take power away from Joe Biden. As we've told you before, they think that Joe Biden is the perfect person to just be a shell. In other words, there will be powers behind him that we don't know about. And some of them we do know about because they're telling us about it. They're telling us exactly what they're going to do. They make no bones about it. And of course, as we've seen with Antifa and BLM, the attacks they've been making on cities, on people, and white people. Matter of fact, there are many of these types that are out there saying we need to be eliminated. But you know what? That's not only white people. That's anybody that doesn't agree with them. That's what they're talking about. It won't matter what color you are if you don't agree with them. In their eyes, if you don't agree with them, you are a white extremist, no matter what color you are. And that's the way they will label you. That's the way they will label me. This is what they will do and are doing right now, including these people and including the media and including left-wing politicians. In other words, the ruling class, whoever that might be. But they are the very reason that gun sales are through the roof, like I said this afternoon. And also, like I said this afternoon, they're going to push people. They can push people around. They can push the fearful around. They can push the elderly around. And they think, and this guy will tell you if you go look at the videos at Project Veritas, and also at TexasBikerRadio.org, in our news and comment page, see a video there that's posted right now. you can see what he's talking about. He thinks that all they have to do is just say it. He thinks all they have to do is just make the threat and commit a little bit of violence. But he needs to understand that these people that are buying these weapons, many of them are veterans and they know how to use them. They know how to use them. So he needs to be careful about what he's saying, especially when he's talking about, hey, all we got to do is eliminate a few billionaires and all they'll just fall in line. This is what he thinks. They'll just fall in line. It's crazy. It's absolute crazy. But you know what? This guy is a wing of the Democratic Party, and a violent wing of the Democratic Party, and there are people out there that agree with him. Hundreds of thousands of them. We've seen them in the streets. Although right now, Antifa, if you watch them at night now, it's boring. It's boring. They run around the cities, beating on their drums, chanting, and doing all this other crap. Here lately, I've only been able to watch about 10 minutes of it. That's all I can stand. But their numbers are dwindling. Their numbers are dwindling. Go look at it for yourself. Don't take our word for it. Just go look at it for yourself. Understand what happened in the news today. General McFarlane told the Biden campaign to get his picture off of their TV ads. He said, I'm not political and I have not endorsed Joe Biden, yet they're using my picture as if I did. Let me say this much, and it's like this guy said right here in the video that's posted at TexasBikerRadio.org. This guy said, I'm losing my train of thought now. This guy has said he will lie, he will cheat, he will do anything to get Joe Biden elected. And you can go to a lot of his videos and he talks as if he's against everybody. But he's not. He's not. It's like he said, he will lie, he will cheat, he will do anything. Do anything. And that's even commit acts of violence. That's what he's ready to do. And here we go, everybody. Here we go. But as you see in Joe Biden's video, they will say and do anything. And right now, Joe Biden, his presidential campaign, they've got some really good advertisement out there. But it goes to show you how they can make a guy that's nothing but a shell look presidential. Marching in front of soldiers and all this kind of stuff. Looks really good. Looks really good. Except for you know that it's not real and it's a lie. And right now, they're throwing fits about the COVID stuff. Now, I promise you, I just took a trip. We were in Hot Springs this week with our children. And I promise you, the people, and I do believe that Cuomo is right about one thing. Everybody is suffering from COVID fatigue. Everybody is sick of it. Everybody's sick of Dr. Fauci. Everybody's sick of the CDC, who changes their stuff every 5 minutes. Everybody's sick of it. And nobody wants another shutdown, which Joe Biden has said he would do. I can promise you, even if COVID skyrockets, we don't need another shutdown. We don't want another shutdown. We've got to keep this nation moving. We got to keep it moving. We got to keep it going. But there was some good news today, everybody. I'm going to share it with you. There was some good. Matter of fact, it's great news. We've got about 20 celebrities, so they're called. This would be including Al Sharpton, who now says if Trump gets reelected, they're moving. And many of them, what are they doing? They're moving across the border to Canada. Well, hell, that's not moving. Why don't you move to Iraq? Why don't you move to Iran? Why don't you move to Russia? Or maybe even Venezuela. The weather's great. Just saying, everybody. And I just pray that they're telling the truth, because they've been liars in the past about this. We want them to move on out. They don't need our money. They've got plenty of it. They're all sitting on their asses doing nothing while hiding from the COVID. Yeah. So let's see them move on. And you're right, Jerry. You're right. That's even more reason to vote for Trump and join the big red wave that's coming November 3rd. Yep, let's all get out there and participate right now. It starts right now. Get hold of your family, your friends, everybody. Join the big red wave. Let's get these bastards to move out. Let's save the Constitution at the same time. Let's keep it rolling, everybody. Let's keep it rolling. And don't let these... what I've done now is I basically turned off all the news in my home. I don't watch crap. I don't even watch Fox News. They're a bunch of liars, too. They've got too many libs on that channel now to suit me. And maybe tomorrow night we'll name them all. We'll name them all. But let's start with Chris Wallace. Yeah. He's a piece of work, right? Yeah. So, but let's keep it rolling, everybody. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving. You know, this guy up here, the one I was talking about, Mr. Jackson, you know, he's similar to the leader of the NFAC. And if you remember that name, what that abbreviation is for the Not Fucking Around Coalition. Yeah. Now this guy may be the white version of Master J. Master J. Remember, Master J said he's going to come and whip us all and take Texas. Well, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. And many people claiming civil war is on the horizon. What kind of civil war is it going to be? With blacks being 13% of the population, I don't know how those numbers work out without a whole hell of a lot of white people. I'm just saying, everybody. I'm just saying the obvious. Just saying the obvious. But as we see, there are a whole bunch of white people that are morons. They're products of our education system. Yeah, those people that are up there marching around every night, oh yeah, they're the end product of our education system. And later on this week, I'm going to see if I can get Alice Linehan of Women on the Wall to come on either into the studio or call in, and we'll talk about our education system, Common Core, what all this is about for those of you who may not know, because everybody is not political. Everybody is not political. But let me say this to everybody. Right now, everything that's going on in our lives right now is political, whether you want to be a part of it or not. And that's the truth of it. I know we got a lot of bikers that hate the political shit. They hate all this stuff, but it's the vehicle we use to seek redress over the transgressions of law enforcement, the transgressions of the court, and crooked DAs. The Constitution is what gives us protection and free speech. But speaking of free speech, everybody, the high-tech companies are busy censoring everybody. But you know, stories like Joe Biden's son, Hunter, get out anyway in spite of them. You know, Google likes to say, Google has said that they could sway an election if they wanted to. If they wanted to. Now, do you believe they don't want to? Do you believe that Facebook doesn't want to? Do you believe that all these high-tech companies aren't in the Democrats' pocket? It's obvious to anybody that they are obviously censoring conservative people, conservative voices. And like we pointed out, we are not Republicans that are within our group. We're constitutionalists. Now, to them, that's going to be something bad. That's going to be something bad. You may be labeled a white extremist. You may be labeled a right-winger. You may be labeled a domestic terrorist. Putting out bad information. You know, and I got that threat today. I got one of those threats today from Facebook. Wasn't about a post we did. It was about a post that somebody else did. Now, let me say this about that. On a news feed, you don't catch every post that comes up there. We have people that monitor our pages. We have people that do this stuff. But we don't catch everything. We don't catch everything. But you know what? If they said something that was obvious, something that's out there, we've got the fake news police on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. The First Amendment gives the right of free speech. Now, of course, we don't want anybody throwing anything out there that's not true. We would ask you to vet everything you're talking about, know what you're talking about, and seek the truth. That's what we're really doing. And that's what everybody should be doing, including, guess what? Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all the rest. They should be seeking the truth instead of hiding it. That's what they should be doing. But it's obvious to anybody that wants to look what's going on, anybody that's got really open eyes. But we know that people on the left are closed-minded. The ones we have tried to talk to about issues we're concerned over are listening to nobody. They're listening to nobody except for the people that are giving them money. And the money is flowing into Texas. Let me tell you, it is flowing in. There's so many commercials. There's so many, even on YouTube, even on the Facebook, commercials are left and right for the local races here. Now, I know a lot of these people, they don't have that kind of money. They don't have that kind of money. But the Democrats are flooding into Texas, one lie after the other, because many of these people I know that they're lying about. They're lying. You know, and they're trying to scare people over their health care. Is probably one of the biggest things that's going on out there. And they're talking about Obamacare. They're not talking about health care. They're talking about Obamacare, which the people I know that are on Obamacare can't get half the crap they need. They have to fight for it. They have to fight for it. Because if you get cheap insurance, that's what you're going to get. Let me tell everybody right now. Let me tell you. It's no secret that I've had cancer 4 times. 4 times. The latest was just months ago. And I'm still standing here, number one, because of great doctors, great nurses. I'm still standing here because of that. Number two, because of good insurance. I have paid very little out of my pocket due to these 4 cancers. I probably haven't paid $1,000 out of surgeries, out of chemo, out of radiation that costs thousands. Now, I was worried at this last cancer, how that was going to be. You know, how was I going to be taken care of, because I was no longer employed by an aircraft company that gave us great insurance. But you know what? It turned out to be not so bad. I probably haven't paid $200 out of pocket. And that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. So you have the ability to have good insurance. You have the ability to search for better insurance. Because I'll tell you, if they get what they want, and it won't be Obamacare, it'll be a single payer healthcare system where they will be rationing healthcare. That's what goes on in Canada. That's what goes on in England. That's the reason the people that sat next to me years ago when I was getting chemo, this last cancer didn't require that. Years ago when I was getting chemo, the people that were sitting next to me were from all over the world. All over the world. One was from Egypt. Another was from Canada. They were from all over Texas and all over the country. It was an incredible thing to see. And that's here in just one local cancer center. So I do fear that that if they win, they're going to start trying to implement all this stuff. And like I said, the new Green Deal, all this stuff they're talking about, is a job-killing machine. Not the fact, without the fact that we've just learned here over the last month about the transgressions of the Obama era, about selling us out, selling our manufacturing base out. Politicians for hire. That's what it was. Politicians for hire. And you know, Joe Biden is not the only one. He's not the only one. How do you load up a plane? How do you load up a plane with $1.5 billion? And a lot of it in Swiss francs. How do you do this without any approval at all from anybody? I didn't vote for that. Did you? Really? I didn't vote for that. I didn't vote for all this corruption. It's time to end it right here by joining the big red wave. Donald Trump is not a politician. Donald Trump is not even a likable guy in most cases, in a lot of people's eyes. But you know what? We didn't hire him to be a likable guy. We hired him to go in there and do a job and get some stuff done for this country. And that's exactly what he's done. Unlike the Obama years, unlike even the Bush years, and especially unlike the Clinton years. I mean, that's going back 20 or 30 years. And it's sad what's going on. Our Constitution is in great peril. Our country is in great peril if we don't stop this march towards socialism in its tracks. But I think I'm going to go here in a minute and try and take some more meds to knock this cold in the dirt, or at least try. It's not COVID, everybody. It's just allergies. I get this every year when the seasons start to change. But I do have to say hello to some people on the chat line. Hello, Jerry. I can't ever know what that one says. Somebody got to tell me what don't be in. What is that? Don't be a what? Tell me at the bottom. Matters Workshop. Richard Sasquatch, how are you doing, brother? Randy Elsler Jr., Vegas here. Randy, hello, brother. And so, they're having fun. And brain damage. Yeah, we always like brain damage right there. Hey, you guys, in those other states, like I said, we're going to be out Wednesday morning. We're going to do a protest about, we're putting an ultimatum to Nancy Pelosi. Yep. She can get off the pot. Get off the pot and get us some stimulus money. Everybody needs some money. The feds have said that, the Federal Reserve chair, those people. All the economists have said we need another round of stimulus, so let's get it in the pockets of the people. Nancy, quit messing around. Quit holding stimulus money hostage. Quit trying to cause as much chaos and harm as you can. It's time for you to stop it. It's time for you to get something done, because you've done nothing in 4 years. Nothing. And we're sick of it. And we're sick of you and all your pals and all your commotions. And Adam Shipbrains, we're pissed at him too. He's trying to take up and hide shit and about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and all their transgressions. Oh, yeah. We got work to do, everybody. We got work to do over the next 15 days. And who knows, we may even organize a motorcycle Trump train this coming weekend. How about that? Would that be fun? Would that be fun? Hey, you guys, I know you're tired of seeing me wipe my nose. I got to get in there and try and take some kind of stuff that may knock this in the dirt. Or at least put me out for the night. Maybe I'll take a shot of tequila. How about that? Just saying. Just saying. It would really make me feel good if I could go out and fire my weapon, but I'm in the city limits. Yeah. Maybe I'll go out to my sister's place and do some target practice. That sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a real good idea. With that, everybody, have a great evening. I'll be on tomorrow night with OG, and we'll be discussing all this mess. We'll be going over it. There'll be some new crap, I'm sure. I'm sure. And so Jerry said, definitely sound like a good time. Oh, hey, I think it was, who was it this morning that said that Nancy Pelosi needs to be laid? Who would take that job? Who would take that job? Not me. Not me. That bag is not my style. That's for sure. With that, everybody, ride safe. Ride safe. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time in studio with OG. And let's roll. Bye-bye. Ride safe, everybody. Ride safe.